So, this is going to be a long video. I'm going to discuss majorly three things, reflecting on the 2025. So that will include my top 5 highlights of the year, top 5 learnings that I got in 2025, and my top 5 mindset changes that I've had over the last year. So this is going to be a long video. Go grab coffee or tea or anything that you want, and let us friends and talk about Bitcoin. So I started my 2025 reflection log. 2025 has been the most insightful year for me. Because of all the experiences I've had, new experiences that I've had. And actually in 2024, in December, I decided that I want to try new things. And so I decided that 2025 is going to be the year of new beginnings for me. And it totally was. I've had so many new experiences, both in personal life and professional life. I've met so many new people this year, made so many new friends, new connections, and most importantly, I've had many new mindset changes this year, which actually makes me feel really good and confident about myself. So, part 1, the top 5 highlights of this year. One of the highlights this year is I socialized with friends for a change. This year was a lot of socialization. It is something that I was really missing out from my life. So I came to Canada in 2021 December, and since then, like, of course, I've made a lot of friends, but the thing is, I wasn't able to hang out with anyone like outside of university and work. So that socialization aspect was really missing in my life, especially in the first and the second year of university. So 2025, made new friends, hung out with friends. It was amazing. Especially the last quarter of 2025, from September to December, because I studied at SN1 College. We made such good connections with each other because we had a lot of group projects and group activities. It really helped me adapt to people of different opinions, people of different ages, of course, and people with different things that inspired them. I also reconnected with my old friends, which makes me feel really good because uh, I've moved a lot of times in my life through like different cities, and even like this year I've moved twice. So my point is, because I've moved so much, sometimes it happens that you lose connection, you lose touch with your friends, and the friendship feels different, you know. But the thing is, when I went back to India this summer, I met with my friend Arya. We talked about our entire lives, what happened, the challenges we had, and everything else, and it felt really good. Friend Carol in New York City, and we started video chatting a while ago, just like randomly out of nowhere. Um, we're like, oh, it's been so long. Hi. Yay!
Oh my god, finally! Like,
Finally, after so many fucking years.
I
It's been so long since we talked and we connected, and what's been going on, what's left doing, and stuff like that. That was one of the highlights. I socialized with my friends, I had a social life for a change, and that made me feel good. So, second, I had some real world design projects in design experience in terms of like career as a designer, and this is also a really big thing for me because 2 years ago I wanted to like work as a design intern or like get some experience, real world experience in the field of design. Um, and I started working up my skill sets in design, learning all these softwares from Adobe, and gaining these skills and just working on my portfolio basically, so that when I actually graduate, um, it will be helpful in terms of resume and also in terms of just real life practical skills. So this year, I made lots of posters um, in my job at university as a studio slash gallery assistant, and so that helped me create some projects from my portfolio. Very basic, but still it helps because it's real world. It really helps show projects in the portfolio. The other opportunity was, of course, Prairie Wires, working actually with a designer, um, and like getting to know the workflow that they have and uh, the contribution that I can make in terms of being more efficient and like sharing the Adobe's creative library and working on projects with a single brand um, in focus. So that was really valuable for me to know how it actually works in the industry. Yeah, so I've been creating videos since quite a while, and I feel like I've gotten better in video editing and telling a story in a relatively interesting way. I got I got multiple video editing projects at the Art Gallery of Southwestern Manitoba, and so basically they would send me video clips. I would get footage from like different camera angles and audio, and then basically my job was to create a long format video um, with a professional like look to it, um, making cuts, edits, and intros of the video, ending credits of the video, and stuff like that. So that was really a good real world opportunity for me. So the third thing is I designed and launched my first ever physical product. So it was like my first time designing something that could be made for print and for like a physical product. So I designed some illustrations and stickers and magnet designs and mainly custom designed T-shirts that celebrate the identity of branding. Um, I tried that at the downtown summer market this summer, branded, and really amazing experience for me. I learned so many things about people's buying behavior, people's taste in my design, and I got some really good feedback on the design of the t-shirts, the material, and all that kind of stuff. So really insightful experience to like try and actually create a product and then sell it in the market, and learning a lot of things from it. So that was it. The designing custom T-shirts, celebrating Brandon, and being a market vendor for the first time. Four, I would say one of the best things that happened this year is creating Wandering in Brandon. Basically, we came together and we thought about what things can we do for the community that can help create a space or a platform for local artists, student artists, especially from both university and from Cinnabon College, to come together and like all socialize and inspire each other, collaborate, and just being together and creating something. Because I feel like um, artists and designers in general sometimes tend to be very isolated and tend to self isolate, which can really impact the mental health, the behavior in many ways, especially unknowingly. So we created Wandering in Brandon as a community, and we schedule art meetups in um, different places in Brandon. So like cafes, um, museums, art gallery, just different places that we like, and we schedule. Oh, Riverbank. We schedule meetups at different places, and then we invite people of the community to join us and create something. So it's open for all disciplines, like we all disciplines and of all levels. So anyone who wants to just maybe draw or paint something in a collaborative environment, like it's not even formal; it's very informal. It went very well. Like it was very well received by the community. A lot of people told me that this is a really amazing initiative that you guys started, and like Brandon really needed this. Honestly, because of this, I've actually received um, some really good opportunities, both in terms of my personal life and professional life. Like I said, I worked at Prairie Wires, so we collaborated as Wandering in Brandon to do a ambient art walk slash tour kind of a thing. I got to meet new people, new creatives of different disciplines, different fields, photography, fine art, digital art, designers, and people of all ages. So that was one of the things that was really um, like a highlight of creating Wandering in Brandon, is that we were able to gather people of all ages, and everyone was collaborating with everyone. Uh, yeah, so it was amazing. So thank you, Wandering in Brandon. Thank you, Michael, for helping me do that, and thank you to the community for engaging with us. So those were the top four highlights of the year. And the fifth one I will share at the end of the video because it's really special for me. Okay, so the top five learnings that I got this year. First is to be open to new experiences, which obviously goes with how my year was, the year of new beginnings. So be open to new experiences, new things, new food, new people, and just try new things that you probably won't try, or you probably have judged too quickly. So, for example, this is a really micro example, but one of the new things that I tried this year is trying out matcha for the first time. And before all of you judge me, I really like matcha, and I don't like it because I've seen reels of it. When I tried matcha, I didn't know that there was this whole trend or hype of matcha going on throughout the world, and I had no idea what it is or if people liked it or didn't like it, and I had no idea like that most of people don't really like it, actually hate it. So I had no idea about it, and I tried this thing for the first time. Just I actually have a video of the first time I tried it, so I'll show that right. What if I don't like it?
I don't know. Have to suffer, I guess.
I actually like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. There you go. That's a W for matcha.
I don't care if other people hate it. I like it, and I'm gonna keep trying it. So really liked matcha. So that was just a small example, but that also helped me realize that we are so biased because of the opinions of other people on social media and around us, that we create opinions on things that we don't try it before actually having an opinion. So it creates a prejudice against something without even trying it with an open mind. And matcha was like an experience that I tried with an open mind and genuinely liked it. So think about it, like how many things, or especially in movies or series, how many movies or series you have seen or not seen just because people or reviews said that it was a really bad movie. And maybe it was, but you know what? See the movie first with an open mind and then think about it yourself. Do you genuinely like or dislike a movie because you like or dislike a movie, or do you have an opinion of it just because you heard about it before actually watching the the work? So yes, be open to new experiences and new things. Second biggest learning this year is that it's okay to let people go sometimes. It's actually very important to learn to let people go and set boundaries with people, because not all people are worth arguing, and similarly, not all arguments are worth winning. And I'll say this again: not all people are worth arguing, and similarly, not all arguments are worth winning. And really think about it. And then with that, of course, like don't let people take advantage of you, and don't let people manipulate you because of your kindness. So that's one of the biggest learnings I had this year. The third biggest learning: selling a physical product is difficult, and there's so much to learn from it, because this year I actually had my first business experience selling a physical product rather than a service, right? So I got to know different aspects and factors involved in it, and so much admin work that's involved in it, which I don't really like to do, but it's really important to do, and can't escape it. So selling a physical product is very difficult, but it is definitely um, a really good experience in terms of uh, getting out of your comfort zone and learning about how things actually work in the real world. The fifth learning that I got this year is importance of weekly journaling and end of year introspection. So basically, what I'm doing right now. If you know me from past, then I'm really big on bullet journaling and introspection, reflecting, and thinking about my thoughts, organizing my thoughts, and all of that. And so you will always see me with a bullet journal. Introspection is basically reflecting and thinking about your thoughts and how you're feeling and why you're feeling a certain way. So the way I do it is at like certain intervals of time, like it could be weekly, monthly, or even yearly. You introspect and think about how you have been genuinely feeling and what is influencing that feeling, and then actually take actions based on how you can improve. What I wanted to say is writing about how you really feel can be really insightful to understand what is influencing your emotions, why are you feeling that way, and then you also get an understanding of what things you are focusing on, what things you are saying yes to, and what things you are saying no to, and how that is affecting your emotions. And that was my fifth, actually, that was my fifth top five, the top five learning this year is that I really got to know myself really well. So I know what I want, but more importantly, I also know what I don't want, which is really important to know what I don't want. Once you actually know what you don't want and what you want, you can take actions to get what you want and be away from what you don't want, and take actions to be a better version of yourself. So those were my top five learnings from the year 2025. And now, based on these highlights and these learnings, the top five of the mindset changes that I've had this year, and these are so valuable for me that I want to remember them throughout my life. Yeah, so first is obviously, as I mentioned, in order to know what you like doing, you need to know what you absolutely hate to do. And I'm quoting this from the founder of Luscious Orange. I can't remember his name, but he's the person um, whose team designed the Winnipeg Airport's official website, and he presented a case study on it, and he was such an inspiring person. Second mindset change is your everyday mentality reflects your mindset and reinforces similar type of life opportunities. So what I mean by that is your everyday mentality impacts your everyday behavior and actions and what things you focus on. And that in turn reinforces the type of opportunities you get in life. So, like on a very macro scale, an example could be when you. I was talking to this with my father, and I told him I realized something that when we go to a restaurant or a cafe, and we want to order something, we see we order something based on the prices, most probably. Like you might be not this, you might have a different approach, but we don't see the names of the items. We first see the price of the item, and then we see like what's the cheapest one or whatever it is, and then we see what it is, and then we make our decision based on that, which is not bad, but it really truly affects our actions with that mentality. So we don't really make the decision based on what we genuinely want to eat or um, what we've been craving. Like, have you ever actually asked yourself, uh, I really want this specific dessert, but you never ordered it because it was probably um, too pricey or something, and you never ate it, but you genuinely want to try it, and this really opened my eyes in terms of how these small actions every day is actually affecting our life. So a macro example I can give is once when I was researching new like laptops and tablets and the price range and everything else, and then I decided to buy this one. It was definitely too pricey for myself at that time, and it, it's probably the most expensive thing that I bought in my life with my own money. And to be honest, it really impacted the way I use it and my mentality based on the context. So, had I not bought this specific tablet 2 years or 1.5 year ago, I probably wouldn't feel the responsibility to learn design skills or like these design applications that I've been learning since the past 2 years. And I probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to work on real life design projects and working with real life clients and being able to use my design skills and get real world experience, real world professional experience. And all of this, like together, really like helped me realize how these everyday mentality of how you do things, how you see things, how you make decisions in your life can reinforce the type of opportunities that you get. And now I know this is not inherently a bad thing or a wrong thing. It's completely right. But over time, we just learn to see things with this mentality, and then we just never think about what we genuinely want or what we genuinely want to achieve. It's all just based on different things. It's not based on what we actually want. So that was the point of this mindset shift. Third mindset shift that I've had this year is to take accountability for your actions and owning your mistakes. So, what I'm trying to say is take accountability for your actions and own your mistakes, not just for other people, but for yourself, and especially for yourself. Because when you start taking responsibility for your actions, especially for yourself, you will, over time, it will create a habit of doing things the right way. And you wouldn't like fall into like distractions, or you wouldn't fall you would do things with genuine intention and more focus on perfecting something rather than just creating something average. That's what I'm trying to say. For example, for every project or assignment that I do, I'm always trying to see it not as a not like I'm not doing it just for the sake of doing the assignment, but I'm doing it as a real world project, keeping that approach in mind. So even if it's just an assignment, I'm going to do it for an imaginary real world client. Like, what if the client wants this? I'm going to do that. Even if the project doesn't require, even if the rubric doesn't say that you need to think about this thing, you need to think about this thing for the client. But I'm going to do it even if um, even if it's not required, to show that I have a real world approach to my assignments. And what this tends to do for me is I take accountability for every little thing that I do in my project. So, for example, very small thing can be organizing your layers in Photoshop, or organizing your Illustrator file and your artboards in a way that um, your teammate or the person you're collaborating the project with can see the file and instantly understand what you were thinking and how you arrived at the final product, and have you created different versions of a design for different use cases. So that is what I mean by taking accountability for your actions and owning your mistake, not just for other people but for yourself, because this creates a solid workflow every time you are designing something or working on anything in general, and it creates a habit, which is really important. So you create that muscle memory, you create that inherent mindset to do things with perfections and create something authentic and not average. That is what I'm trying to say. Fourth one is ask yourself this question. So actually, before saying this, I'm going to say something else. So I was walking outside one night and just thinking about different things, just trying to freshen my mind. And I tend to go on walks outside to do this kind of reflection. And I thought to myself, if I did not, like, if I were to lose all my social media followers right now, would I still be doing all the things that I'm doing right now? And that really opened my mind. Like, it made me think that what am I doing for myself versus what I'm doing for the sake of posting or for social media or for in other people in general. So, like, just think about it. If you were to lose all your social media followers right now, would you still be doing all the things that you're doing right now? Think about it. Well, now you know. Now you know what you are doing for yourself and what you are doing for the sake of posting a story or posting a picture or anything else. And now you really can become intentional with what you want to focus in life, what things make you happy, genuinely make you happy, and not like just to show yourself as being this perfect version of yourself on social media. So this was one of my biggest mindset changes this year is don't do things for social media. Do things that genuinely make you happy. Like, it's okay to click pictures and take videos of different things and post it on social media, but the focus shouldn't be to do it for the audience. The focus should be to do it for yourself. For example, this video that I'm creating right now, like, when I thought about creating this video, I actually did not think about like how I can make this video. Nowadays, you have to create your or structure your video in a sense that people don't get bored of watching your video and like stop watching your video. Now, the thing is, I don't really care how many people or how many views I get on this video or whatever. All I care, like the reason I'm creating this video is for myself, so that for my future self. So when I look back and I see this video, I have something to show myself and to analyze like where I was at this particular point in my life and where I am right now and what things have changed, what things have grown, what challenges I've faced between that period. And just to the video is for myself. It's a reflection of what I was focusing on. It's not something that I have created for social media. Like, it's not a vlog, or it's not a advice for anyone looking at this video on the internet. This video is for myself. It's to see what I've done in the past year, in the year 2025, and reflect and introspect on how I can improve. So my point is to do things genuinely for yourself first, and then you can use that as content to post on social media. The fifth mindset change that I've had this year is to let people know that I am really grateful for them for being in my life and making a difference. So, telling my friends how important they are in my life, that they really matter and they make a difference and they make the world a better place. And like not just being grateful for to them, but also to actually tell them that you are grateful for them, because that makes a huge difference. And I realized this because throughout the year, a lot of people in my life told me that um, or expressed their gratitude to me for doing different things that I've been doing this year. So, for example, by starting wandering in Brandon, a lot of people came up to me and told me that this is an amazing initiative that you started, and you're really making a difference in the community. You are creating a space for everyone to gather around and come together, build friendships, build connections, get to know other people, and just be inspired by each other. And this was all possible because you started wandering in Brandon. And I was really happy to hear that. The second example is my one of my professors at Assiniboine College told me that you're always involved in the community, you're always doing things, you're always doing personal projects that are helping the community, and you're connecting with everyone, and like that really makes a difference. It they say that to make the world a better place, you need to do things, you need to show, you need to make some actions, and you are really, I would say, you are really doing things that is making the world a better place. This is not exactly what he said, but this is what he meant, and I was so happy to hear this. I felt reinforced that um, the things that I've been doing the past year or the past 4 years, even since I've moved to Canada, I feel like I'm doing things, or I'm on a right track, and I'm doing things that is making people's life better in some ways, and making my life better in some ways. I'm being helpful to people. I'm trying to be a good listener for people, and all these different things. And because it's because that these people told me that, expressed their gratitude to me, is when I realized that it is actually really important for people to hear this, to hear that they're doing good, they're doing great, and they're really making a difference in your life. And I just the way I've been trying to do this is just like even small things like sending a reel that like expresses your friendship, expresses your gratitude towards your friends, your close people, and just sending these reels even make a difference, because even if your friend or your family or any your people, if even if they're far away on the opposite side of the world or the planet, um, you can still be closer to them than you ever were, just because of your efforts, just because of the actions that you're doing for them. You know how to say, actions speak louder than words. So don't just tell them that you're grateful for them, show them that you're grateful for them. Do things that make them feel um, like they really matter and they really make a difference in your life. And I'm always trying to, since the last year, since I started my fine art practice focused on the project Ghar or Home, I'm trying to make artworks about people in my life, about friendships, and how it has helped me become the person that I am today. And like I feel like that really matters, and we should all show our gratitude more than we are grateful, just more than we are just grateful. So don't just be grateful, show your gratefulness to someone because they might really need it, and um, that might be just the one little push that can help them keep going in their lives and be consistent. I know it helped me, so thank you for everyone in the last 4 years, in the last year especially, that have met me, connected with me, and told me that I've been doing good and I've been um, making a difference in the world. So that makes me feel good, and I will keep going at it. Oh yes, I do have the one highlight that I said that I will say at the end of the video. So here is that specific highlight of the year 2025. So the biggest highlight of the year 2025 for me was that this year I genuinely started to feel like Brandon is becoming my second home. And being an international student, this is a really big thing for me, especially because of the works that I've been doing the last year about home, about being home and being away from home, collaborating with people for my projects. Um, and I feel the last year or not even the last year, just overall the last 4 years that I've been in Canada, in Brandon specifically, I feel like I've built genuine connections with people, not just networking, but like genuine connections that make people remember each other and not just like know each other. And I feel like this is the reason I'm starting to feel that Brandon is becoming my second home, because I've met these amazing, lovely people in my life, um, through wandering in Brandon, through Brandon University, through Assini Point College, and all these people being in my life and making me feel not judged, making me feel like I can express my opinions and feelings freely, and making me feel home is what has led to me feeling like Brandon is my second home now. And that makes me really uh, very content with being here. So that was my biggest highlight of the year. When I was actually reflecting all these things in my journal, I realized that um, I realized that like how all these things come together and tie together over a relatively long period of time. So like in the first and second year, I was feeling like I need to hang out with friends and I need to make like genuine connections with people, and like something something that was missing was this socialization aspect, and that was fulfilled in 2025. um, I felt in my second year or third year, I felt like I want to be involved in more real world projects, real world professional opportunities where I would be able to use my design skills. And that all came together in 2025, where me learning the design skills, these design softwares and video editing and all that stuff over the past 2 years reinforced me having the opportunity to get these real life design projects and video editing projects and all these amazing opportunities, and trying those out in real life and knowing how it feels, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, how can I do better, and it just feels so surreal for just in these 4 years, how everything has changed in my life. Like I was really a really big introvert before I came to Canada. I was really shy. I wouldn't say like I would just nod to people when they ask me something, and now I'm totally comfortable speaking in public. I'm totally comfortable presenting in public, explaining my artworks to people, and talking to strangers with like expressing my opinions more openly, and also just the way I express my opinions, that has also evolved um, during these 4 years, and I feel like I've just grown more in my personal life and my professional life in these 4 years, and I've become a better version of myself. I still want to grow more and still want to do new things and new experiences and meet new people. I'm always open to meeting new people. And for me, the thing that drives me is my curiosity. So, seeing everything, everyone, every situation with curiosity helps me um, to try that without a bias and without prejudice, to try things with an open mind. I feel that is the end of the video, and I feel like 2025, a lot of things have happened. It's not like just positive things. I feel like there were more negative things that happened this year, but I feel like the end is on a high note, and I feel like I've grown a lot in all aspects. So this is me talking to my future self. If they're in the future, if you're seeing this, keep going, be consistent, and yes, remember your words in 2025. The thing that you were really proud of that you came up by yourself in 2025. The great thing about inspiration is that you can find it anywhere, anytime, and with anyone. You just have to look with curiosity, my friend. So look with curiosity. See ya.